even if there's something small that we can uncover to maybe show that a person making the accusation is dishonest, kind of puts a gray area or doubt in the jury's mind, it could really impact the case. My name is Marcella Cava. I own and operate Down Low Investigations. Obviously, I'm a female and one of the very few female-owned and operated businesses. I have an amazing team of males and females. I originally was a law enforcement officer, and that it motivated me to open and own and operate my own private investigative firm named Down Low Investigations. And luckily, I have an amazing team of individuals that are all retired police officers, DEA agents, FBI agents from all over the country that work with me to accomplish our clients' goals. I don't like being told I can't do something, so I always try to find a legal way to get something done when it's asked of me. Usually there always is a way. I always make sure I'm following the guidelines that the lawyer sets for me so that I don't cross any boundaries and impact their case negatively. I can take on different personas. I can manipulate situations. There's a definite gray area. I can say that I work for so-and-so. I don't have to identify that I'm a private investigator when I'm trying to obtain information. When I need to get into, let's say, a gated community, there's always a way. I can go see a house for sale. There's always a way to get something done legally. It's beneficial to have a PI working on criminal cases because we collect all the data, all the facts, and then we bring it to the lawyer handling the case, and they do with it what they want, but it oftentimes changes the trajectory of the case and how they go about it. It's funny that you asked that question, is it necessary to have a PI to be successful for a criminal defense firm and for every case? Do I think so? No, I don't think every case requires it. However, I've worked for criminal defense firms that never used a PI for years, and then all of a sudden it was like an aha moment, and like, why haven't we been doing this for every case? Even if there's something small that we can uncover to maybe show that a person making the accusation is dishonest, and it kind of puts a gray area or doubt in the jury's mind and so forth, I think could really impact the case. So I think it's a monumental positive to have a PI working for a criminal defense firm and for your cases. I would like to say that you need a PI for every single case, but so anybody can hire myself, my firm, to work for them on small or big cases. I have law firms that contact me, or law firms may recommend my name or my company name to a friend of a friend of a friend and so forth. So I work oftentimes for individuals and for law firms. It's 50-50. I was working a big felony case and so forth, and this guy, unfortunately, he tried, I think it was mushrooms for the first time, and he had a really bad experience. Totally out of character. He did things that he would have never done. I wouldn't say that he hurt anybody, but he scared people a lot, and he caused a lot of property damage. Okay, a whole lot. This was going to go to court, go to trial, and this was going to go on and on and on. I was able to go in and speak to the victims from the property damage and so forth, and speak to the people, like the witnesses and so forth, and we were able to settle to pay off the damage that was caused, and he didn't have to go through months, if not over a year, of going to court and the stress of it. Attorneys do great jobs at identifying information and doing their backgrounds. But as a private investigator, we have different programs that we're licensed to use that actually give us a plethora more of information than attorneys would get. We also have the time. Attorneys are working so hard on that one case, but we have the time to really plug in and really go through Venmo or try and get people's credit reports and so forth. So the biggest difference is our access to programs and the information we get from them. The options that we have as a PI to do as far as working, again, are endless. I would be sitting here all day of what we can do. So we can do stationary surveillance, mobile surveillance. We can pull backgrounds. We can get socials. We can do social media reports. We can get financial backgrounds. We can, get a list of all of your relatives and their relatives and all their contact information, where they live, their socials, who they're connected to. We can also find out who their friends and friends are. We can identify what corporations they may have hidden in another state. We can also, it's not limited to that. Let's say business transactions. If they want me to identify maybe who else is putting in an offer on a house or a business and what their assets are, how deep are their pockets? It's endless. I can find out where somebody was at 9:00 a week ago. If they said that they were here or there, I can help uncover that. We can look into phone records. Again, I could keep going on and on and on. There's not many things we can't do. I'd like to say that I'm sitting there and things aren't going through my brain, but PI work is always going through my brain. Otherwise, I'm with my kids. I'm with my husband. I used to play professional tennis, so I still play tennis, pickleball. I go to the shooting range. I love exploring. Traveling is a huge must for me. So if I get to work cases where I'm also traveling, then I love it. If you're in need of a private investigator and you're not working with an attorney, you're welcome to call me on my cell phone anytime, day or night. You can text me as well or email me. My email address is downlowinvestigations@yahoo.com. And I will either be the one to help and answer your questions, and we work all over the country, all over Florida. So it would either be myself working for you or somebody awesome from my team. I will put on your case.